Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today we got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. First off, we got the character demo for the Wander, and finally it is out. It is called Wander of the Solitude Past and Present. Whew, I'm really excited for this. The teaser was a banger. That was yesterday's video. Make sure you guys go and check that out. We're going to check out this character demo as well as the new banners that's just been uploaded and some other little info. Alright, let's not waste some time here. This is going to be a long video, that's why, so let's do this. I'm really pumped. Oh. Okay. Ooh, Scaramouche, okay. Show him some sass. Huh? Oh, sorry it's like staticky still. Oh, wait, is that the filter?
Hey, you there. We heard there's an inn near here. Gonna need you to show us the way.
But that's the Harbinger. I guess they don't recognize it at all, huh?
Won't ask twice.
Who else dressed like that, though? Come on.
Two big, strong Fatui. Asking me to be their chaperone. Is this some kind of joke?
Uh-oh.
Think you're funny, do you? You'll regret that!
They don't know who he is?
Sure I will.
Whoa! Oh! Down. Oh. Oh.
The wind rises.
The wind rises. Wow. Oh. Holy sh- look at how much he's dodging, dude. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm actually really hyped, I'm not gonna lie. Oh! Whoa.
You'll die 1,000 deaths for this!
Bro!
I look forward to that.
Whoa.
Sadly, you won't be there to see it!
Whoa! That was so clean! Oh, dude! Wow! The music too, dude! He's gonna keep on stepping on you.
Waste of space. Just as useless alive or dead.
Damn. Oh, that's his theme too.
You were looking for trouble. No one to blame but yourselves. Huh? We're done here.
That's the same bird.
Next time you're looking for directions, I suggest you find your own way.
Oh. Oh, I love that filter with the old film filter. Oh, that's so sick. Dude, that was so sick. Shit, now I'm actually kind of hyped for Scaramouche. God damn it. Damn it. HOYO-verse does it again with, you know, hyping up good character demos. Alright. That was really cool. Let's check out the Japanese one. Here is the Japanese. Yeah, so that's the same bird no one Raiden always has. And Yaimiko too, I think. Isn't that interesting, that detail? But look, notice at first, you know, this first scene, he's okay with it, and then at the end, he kind of just like, back away. So when I saw those shoes, I thought that was Kazuha for a second. Because it's black and red. But he wears more like sandals, I forgot about that. Alright, sorry, I'll shut up. Oh, he sounds cold in Japanese. He sounds ruthless, I love it. That drop was so sick. The chorus in the background too, it's so good, man. Damn it! Yeah, they went hard on this, dude. Sheesh! Look at that! Wow, Scaramouche fans are winning, dude. Look, he got an entire cinematic cutscene right here. So this is, yeah, Stone Samara. Oh, he sounds evil. Woo, dude! That transition, man, I can't get over how cool that was. Oh, the music too. Wow.
雑魚が死のうが生きていようが大差ない。先に絡んできたのはそっちだ。恨まないでよ。は？
Oh, now he notices the bird. Interesting.
さようなら。また会うことがあったら、せいぜいあがくといい。
Interesting they decide to go with the film filter, yeah? Very interesting. Dang. Oh man, why am I hyped for him? I don't even like him. No. No, not my primos. That was a really good character demo. Okay, so first off, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Pre-installation, as of now, has just released, so make sure you guys pre-install your games. And there's some other news, like they're also giving out Primo Gems inside the mailbox for 800. And you also get 200 as well because of they won like the 2022 Grand Award for PlayStation. So yeah, we're getting extra Primos for that. Hell yes. So we're gonna get extra 3,000 Primos. That's awesome. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming. Obviously Genshin TCG and new artifacts, new weapons, Scaramouche's info. We already talked about that Scaramouche's info yesterday. So yeah, we'll get straight into the banners and everything else. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we got Mr. Scaramouche as well as Arataki Ito going to be the banner. And well, I mean, not that surprising that we're seeing Farazan as well as Goro and Yanfei. That is kind of that's a little random, but it is what it is. So we're gonna talk briefly about the 4 stars and then we'll go straight into the 5 stars. Okay, here's the thing though. I'm gonna start from the bottom. We don't know anything about Farazan yet because they didn't really post any info about her. So I'm assuming they're gonna post her demo probably tomorrow, and then we'll learn about what her kit really is. But basically, what we do know from the live stream is that she buffs animal damage, she decreases animal resistance, thank the Lord, and she gives CC. This is the type of character that I've been waiting for someone like Xiao. For the very longest time, I've been waiting for a signature support for Xiao. Just like how they gave a signature support for Arataki Ito, which is Goro, and then obviously Raiden Shogun's signature support is Kujo-Sara. So now we finally have a legit animal signature support. This makes me really hyped for all the animal, you know, main DPS characters. So like Hazel, Xiao, and look, even Scaramouche. So yeah, overall, what do I think about Farazan? I mean, other than that, we don't really know much about her, but by that at base, it's going to be pretty strong. I'm just going to assume that hopefully she's not constellation dependent, but it's very likely she will be, just like, you know, the way they've been designing with Goro as well as Kujo-Sara, like how they made Kujo-Sara kind of unusable until C6. Goro is fine at C0, but so hopefully Farazan gets that Goro treatment and she's still fine at C0. And then I think she looks like she'll be pretty strong at C0 since she gets already some CC in her kit. So that's going to be really cool. For Goro, I think I already briefly talked about it in the channel, but I'll talk about it again. He's basically Geo Bennett. Besides, just basically if you already know what Bennett does, same thing except he buffs defense, which is perfect for certain characters like Arataki Ito as well as Noel. And yeah, that's about it really. He just buffed defense, and some of his constellations can even provide extra healing for his team as well as some crit. So that's really about it. He kind of just basically is the solution to making mono Geo team compositions an actual Vio team composition. Goro is a very, very important character to have. Also very simple to build as well. So yeah, that's really about it. He's very easy to build, but he's kind of required to have if you're going to want to play certain characters like Arataki Ito or C6 Noel. And yeah, that's basically Goro. And then for Yanfei, she's also in an interesting position too, because she's not as used as much anymore, but you know, she has like various kind of builds, so she can be a main DPS or she can even be a shielder, but with a certain constellation that's at C4. But most of the times I think people would use her, if that's your personal preference, then you're gonna end up using her as a main DPS, and that's fine too. She's basically in a way like a 4-star version of Klee, but I think she is slightly easier to use than Klee. So that's why she tends to be a bit more popular to use than Klee in my opinion. You can also use her as a shielder as well, but then again, that also just requires you to have her constellation for. Yanfei overall, she's alright. All the 4 stars here, pretty solid. But mainly, obviously, the ones that are important is Farazan and Goro. It's going to be majorly important. But it is going to be slightly conflicting from what I'm about to, you know, question at the end of this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, so obviously we're going to talk about the 5 stars first. So Scaramouche, and he is a animal hyper carry, and he looks a lot of fun to play. His gameplay is basically you're able to levitate in the air. That's when you trigger your elemental skill, and you're able to, you know, use range attacks like normal and charge attacks. And his charge attacks also doesn't consume stamina. You can also like dash in the air, keep floating higher. Like he can do pretty much everything almost. And you know what's even cooler about him is since he's able to do everything on field, he's going to be very, very flexible with so many characters. Especially he's going to be synergetic with a lot of off-field DPSs. So like Xingqiu, Yelan, probably Beidou, probably Xiangling, etc. He's going to be really fun to play, and as well as his passive where he gets various buffs based on what elements he infuses with. So this is going to be a very, very fun character to try out. I think he's going to be, personally, one of the most fun characters to play. But is he going to be a must summon character? Definitely not. He's more of a fun to play character. I feel like he's going to be definitely very promising to those who's been waiting for him for so long. Hopefully his multipliers are strong though, but other than that, we don't really know yet. Overall, his kit looks pretty cool, and that's mainly about it. For Itto, I kind of also mentioned in the channel what he does, so I'll just briefly talk about him as well. But basically, Itto, he's a Geo main DPS, and he's a Claymore as well. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? And this guy, like what I mentioned before with Goro, he scales with defense, so he's going to be pretty easy to build. And yeah, he's pretty strong. He can hit hard with AoE Geo damage. My only issue with him is he does require a lot of investments. So what I mean by that is you want to get him higher level, right? Get him to level 90 because, you know, defense scales higher, especially with the base stats, scales higher when you ascend other than attack. So defense being one of them, right? He scales higher. And 2, you need Goro, and Goro's kind of mandatory to have with Itto because, you know, Goro again is like Bennett but for Geo, and he buffs significantly a lot for Itto. And another thing is Itto does need a lot of Geo members because of how Goro's passive works for his skill. That's just how to maximize Itto's overall damage, but other than that, Itto by itself as a character, he's alright. I think I said before, like, oh, he's kind of required for Geo coverage, which is true. He is technically the strongest in terms of Geo DPS, but Geo as of right now isn't necessarily game-changing compared to Dendro. But once the Spiral Abyss, you know, comes into rotate, that's designed specifically for rate-up characters like Itto, for example, and Scaramouche, right? Then yeah, maybe it's going to be easier to have Itto, but other than that, that's probably going to be the only time you're ever going to use Itto, in my opinion. I think he's just, again, depends on your preference. If you like his playstyle and obviously his aesthetics and personality, then Itto is pretty strong and he's good at what he does. So overall, what do I think about the new upcoming banners? I think it is totally up to you. I think this is more for those who just does not care about the upcoming banners, which is Ayato and Raiden Shogun Rerun. If you guys don't care about those, and obviously you really want Scaramouche or Arataki Icho, they're fine. I feel like they're going to be pretty solid, but definitely not as game-changing compared to Nahida and Kazuha. So yeah, that's totally up to you. They both seem pretty cool. Okay, so we got the new weapon banner. So I actually never seen this, so let's see. Let's start off with the 4-star weapons first, and we'll obviously get into the 5-star weapons. So we got Favonius Greatsword, which is alright. It's just same issue as all the other Claymore weapons in general. I feel like there's just not too many Claymore characters, so that's why it's not as popular compared to like Favonius Sword or Favonius Bow, because there's a lot more sword and bow characters versus Claymore characters. It is the same passive, but it's just not widely used right now. For now, it's an alright weapon, but eventually the value will get better once there are more Claymore supports. So we got, oh no, not the OG purple donut. Oh no, we don't need to talk about I want to die of perception. Alright. But basically, if you want to know, it's a terrible weapon. Alright, up next we got the Wavebreaker Fin, which is one of the highest base attack polearms in the game. This is also an exclusive gacha weapon, so I guess since they're introducing this weapon series, we're probably going to get the Claymore in the next weapon banner. Expect that. The Wavebreaker Fin is pretty good. It offers elemental damage bonus based on your energy cost for your overall team party, which is really nice. Overall, it's a pretty solid weapon, and well, like most weapons, the more refinements you have, the way stronger this weapon gets. I guess good luck with that if you're gonna be summoning on this weapon banner. For Sacrificial Sword, I swear we just saw that recently, right? Well, anyways, you already know Sac Sword. It's good, especially kind of mandatory for Xingqiu if you're going to use him for a sub DPS. And it's a pretty strong weapon for a lot of other characters. And yeah, same thing with Wavebreaker Fin, better with more refinements. And then Favonius Warbow, it's, well, you already obtain this for free when you start off in the game. You know, again, it's also pretty good. It's a lot better than Favonius Greatsword because this weapon is used a lot more on a lot of characters, like Yelan, for example, or Goro even. It's a pretty nice bow. Now for the 5-star weapons, we got the Red Horn Stone Thresher, which is good because it's currently the only 5-star claymore with crit damage subset. But the passive does make it kind of for like a general use claymore. It is really nice to have for certain characters. So like Arataki Ito, this is obviously his best in slot because it's a signature. And Noelle, this is also her best in slot because of the passive works super perfectly for her C6 build. Yeah, overall, good weapon, but only for like certain characters. Other than that, I would put it like an A tier, like in the middle overall for, you know, just general usage. And then for Scaramouche's signature weapon, which is called the Tule Tula's Remembrance. Is that how you say it? Wow, it's a bell. Well, okay, we'll look into the weapon details real quick because I have it on my page right now. Okay, so here is his claymore, and as you can see, we got some stats right here. Here we go. So it's a catalyst, obviously. And here's his base attack. It's pretty high. That's the highest, I think. Is that the highest base attack catalyst? Right? I don't remember. There might be another one, but this might be the highest I've seen, I think, for a catalyst. So yeah, anyways, 674 is pretty good. That's really high. Crit damage subset, you do kind of sacrifice a little bit of your substat for over the base attack, so that's fine. Crit damage is at 44.1%. That's still pretty nice. For his passive, it's called the Bygone Azure Teardrop. Normal attack speed is increased by 10%. After the wielder unleashes an elemental skill, normal attack damage will be increased by 4.8% every second for 14 seconds. After this character hits an opponent with a normal attack during this duration, normal attack damage will be increased by 9.6%. Okay. You're just basically increasing more and more normal attack damage. This increase can be triggered once every 0.3 seconds. The maximum normal attack damage increase per second duration of overall effect is... Oh, okay, so there is a cap. It's at 48%. The effect will be removed when the wielder leaves the field, and using elemental skill again resets all damage costs. Oh, so there's no charge attack buffs at all? Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. No charge and plunge, but I guess you do get it from his artifact set, which we'll briefly talk about. But yeah, this weapon seems... It's alright. I think this will be a solid weapon for certain DPS catalyst characters. So maybe like Ningguang could use this, or Klee, Yanfei. That's pretty good. Just not too many characters would get the full usage of it. I just wish it did buff charge attack too. That would have been cool, but I guess based on this, you're gonna use more on Scaramouche's normal attacks rather than his charge attacks. And look, regardless, it doesn't really matter. The stats are pretty good anyway, so yeah. Pretty good weapon for Scaramouche and solid on certain characters. So what do I think about this weapon banner? Overall, it is solid. This is definitely if you're going to be pulling for Scaramouche and Ito only. But that's about it. I mean, only 3 out of 5 weapons here are kind of good for the 4-star weapons. But for the 5-star, this really is more of a niche weapon banner. So personally, I wouldn't say it was as good as the previous weapon banner. But it depends on you and how you want to spend your gems. If you want Scaramouche or Ito, or if you even have both and you're trying to get their weapon, then this will be a solid weapon banner. Okay, so there is actually one more weapon. This is for those who has no idea, this is the event exclusive weapon that you're gonna get for patch 3.3, and yeah, it's a free sword, so you can get this to R5. So this is at R1 stats. So the base attack is 510, and this is another elemental mastery sword. Okay, great. I was hoping this would be like a DPS sword, like maybe has crit or something, because we don't really have one as a free to play besides Blackcliff's weapon series, which is, you know, from the monthly weapon shop. Oh well, this is fine too. More elemental mastery swords is okay. And look, 165 is pretty high too. Kaiden Rainfall Earth... I almost said Earthbender. Earthbinder. After an attack hits opponents, it will inflict an instance of Cursed Parasol upon one of them for 10 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 15 seconds. If this opponent is taken out during the Cursed Parasol's duration, Cursed Parasol cooldown will be refreshed immediately. The character wielding this weapon will deal 60% more damage to the opponent affected by Cursed Parasol. Well, I mean, at least you at R5, you still can get 32% extra damage to opponents affected by this passive here. Well, I guess it depends on the AoE. If it's like, oh, actually, it says hit, right? As if you hit them, I guess this is nice for AoE abilities, I guess. Yeah, it's all right. I think this could be this could be a cookie sword. This also could be a Kazuha sword too, if you want to deal more DPS. It looks cool though. It's an umbrella. It is kind of nice to get another option for a EM sword. It's not bad. Alright, so we got one more thing to talk about for today, and I know there's a lot of stuff in this video already, but I'll be quick, especially with this segment here. So we got the Desert Pavilion Chronicles. So this is the new Scaramouche artifact set. I also have a lot of thoughts on this too, so stay tuned for that. So here's a 2-piece set, and it gives animal damage bonus for 15%. So what's interesting is that I think we finally have 2 different artifact sets that has the same elemental type damage bonus. So that means you can have 2-piece Verdescent and 2-piece of Desert Pavilion, and you can have 30% animal damage bonus. I don't know if that's going to be like the best on anybody, but it's still nice. It's a viable option to have. And then 4-piece set. So this is the interesting part. When charge attack hits opponents, the equipping character's normal attack speed will increase by 10%, while normal, charge, and plunging attack damage will increase by 40% for 15 seconds. Already, if you hear this keyword, plunging attack damage, triggers certain Zhao mains, right? So here's the thing. Obviously this is going to be Scaramouche's set. It increases normal attack speed. It's very likely that he's going to want to do purely normal attacks. Normal charge and plunging is going to be also nice for that increase of damage. And yeah, it's also very easy. All you got to do is charge attack and you'll get all these buffs. What is interesting about this is that, oh, I mean, this is obviously going to be his signature. Well, this is what his set looks like, by the way. Looks nice, right? But what I'm more curious about is if this set's going to be a viable set for Zhao. I think it will be, because of if you don't play Zhao with charge attacks, then this set will be meaningless. But if you do, which, you know, most of the times in certain situations when you're going to single target, Zhao does like to do charge attacks sometimes. You can also do charge attacks in any other combinations. This set kind of encourages using charge attacks because you also just get all these buffs. I think this could be a viable Zhao set. But the thing is it stronger than Vermilion? We don't know yet. It depends. We gotta have to wait and see how it performs in game. But it is pretty nice to see that we finally have a set that's, you know, an alternative set for Zhao. And obviously the set is made for Scaramouche. It's gonna be a good set, so make sure to all my Scaramouche fans that you guys farm all this up as much as you can. Alright, as in for the last artifact set, we got the Flower of Paradise Lost. So this is probably the more interesting one. So for the 2-piece effect, we got another 80 Elemental Mastery 2-piece set, so that's nice. For the 4-piece set, we get the equipping characters Bloom, Hyper Bloom, and Burgeon reaction damage are increased by 40%, so it's already initial at base. And additionally, after the equipping character triggers Bloom, Hyper Bloom, or Burgeon, they will gain another 25% to the effect mentioned prior. Each stack of this lasts 10 seconds, max 4 stacks simultaneously. This effect can be triggered once per second. The character who equips this still triggers its effects when not on the field. So this is obviously going to be the new Bloom set. Bloom is kind of ridiculously strong, or just Bloom related reactions. So that includes Burgeon, Hyper Bloom. It's already pretty strong, but now they're just making it even better. So I guess for those who wants to start building their Hyper Bloom / Burgeon / Bloom characters, they clearly are starting to encourage more and more Dendro related reactions. So you definitely want to get this artifact set. It's going to be pretty strong. And yeah, is this going to be better than Gilded Dreams? Probably, because of the damage bonus you're receiving. I think it's extra, what, 140%? That's a lot. That's going to be a very nice buff to Bloom later reaction. And yeah, it's just going to be ended up on so many other characters, like Hyper Bloom, Raiden, or Cookie's gonna like this, or, you know, Bloom, Kokomi, and Ayato, I guess, Burgeon, Toma. It's just gonna be a new set for Bloom, so that's really exciting, and hopefully it is as strong as it looks. That's about it, really, for the new artifact sets. Okay, so this is pretty much everything. I already mentioned about the reruns, but this is everything that we have coming in 3.3. Genshin TCG, as well as the Archon Quest interlude, so I'm very excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot more Genshin content coming soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And I guess that's all I have, so thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay epic and peace out.